That might be a minute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tweet you a very inappropriate joke that I've been in my head for a while. Don't read it out loud.
Will not read out loud.
And react.
Okay.
Please don't read anything out loud right now.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more inappropriate could be than the taking the kids to the pool?
Oh, this is way worse. You do not want to read this. I don't even dare say it.
All right, we are off to a great start. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this. We're gonna have full screen over here. All right, I think I've got everything I need. I've got our rule set. I got our multiple rule books ready for references. How's everybody doing tonight, by the way?
Bad. Very, very bad.
Oh.
Let me tell you why bad. I sent GameCube the picture earlier, but I'm going to have to put it in my Discord. So someone took a hamburger, okay, wrapped it in bacon in a style of like a thatch kind of, setup. Took five pieces of hot dog, 6 pieces of hot dog, stuck them in the front, the back, and all 4 corners, and then cooked it. And it looks like a fried turtle. It's a hamburger wrapped in bacon with hot dogs sticking out of it. It appears to be a fried turtle.
I mean, it's not actually made of turtle.
No, but it very, very, the way that they burnt it, it looks very similar to a fried turtle. And now I'm just on the hunt for someone.
We can update your vow.
All right, Turtle, you ready for Twitter?
That's a good. That's a good segue.
Yes.
Remember, keep it to yourself and just laugh.
Okay.
I don't like where this is going.
Y'all know we're live now, right?
Oh. Oh. That's. Oh. Oh.
I have no idea.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Don't want to know.
Hello, Allie.
Hey, Allie.
Maybe after stream. Oh.
No, I don't even know. They might not even want to do this anymore.
Oh.
All right, so
it's funny because it's terribly sad
and accurate.
How we, you know what? All right, segue into into episode 2. Oh boy, well, good start, probably. Okay, let's actually go somewhere here. Hello, that's the wrong stream. Hang on, let's do this one. Hello, we know how to do things here. Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of DobbsQuest, starring our star players, the very something sneaky going on behind the scenes. GameCube, say hello.
Hello.
The turtle himself, lurking turtle gamer.
Please do not shape your food to look like a turtle. It makes me sad.
And by the sounds of things on the Discord, the decreasingly sober Daysnake.
Hey, I have one glass. Come on now.
That'd be a real insult if she wasn't drinking.
I mean, how else are you going to get through this, right? So, these 3 players are taking the part of a trio of adventurers who make a name for themselves in the rough and unforgiving Ironlands. This is a tough land filled with horrible beasts, but a few potential friends as well. The land is not really ripe for agriculture, mostly hunting parties from small settlements. Big cities are outside of the Ironlands. The Ironlands is this set-apart area that is very hard to traverse. And so the few settlements that they encounter are well set apart from civilization at large. But our players have just happened upon the first settlement on their journey into the Iron Lands. Thank you. Where they are traveling to fulfill their vows. Perfectly setting the mood.
Oh no!
What have you started, GameCube? I blame you completely. The typical rogue. So, we are going to pick up where we left off last time.
Well, I've got to do one.
All right, go ahead. Get it out of your system now.
I just want a random one.
Okay, all right. We sound random. Yeah, go ahead and get it out of your system now. All right.
That's the perfect one.
All right. All right. We're all good. We're warmed up now. Got the vocal cords going. So
I assume you're going to turn that off.
I probably should make a habit of that before each of these. Pixel, welcome. Please go to bed.
It is past go to bed Pixel o'clock.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, last time on DobbsQuest, the three of you were traveling along with a caravan of travelers heading for the settlement of Woodbreak. This is a sort of border town in a way, kind of the closest to civilization out of any of the settlements of the Ironlands, the known settlements of the Ironlands. So you guys traveled past the expansive farmland of the city that you left behind, off to a large cliff, the sort of edge of the civilized world. And stretching out before you was the Ironlands. So traveling down into the wastelands, you all followed the caravan along, defending it from wild animals. And eventually you happened upon the settlement of Woodbreak, but all was not as expected. It seems that something has befallen the humble settlement. Through your research, your questioning, you have found that a sorceress by the name of Katja has rounded up the bandits in the area, banded them together, and taken the town by force. They have taken hostages and are now doing something. It seems like there's been that for now they're sort of just using the city as their own base of operations now, with the citizens sort of held to her will at threat of the hostages being. Glane, played by GameCube, snuck around looking for some way in through the walled city, and was startled by the guard, Sarah. Now, Sarah was a guard in the town of Woodbreak, but was exiled along with some of the other more loyal guardsmen, the ones that were not willing to bend to Katja's rule. And so, pulling a little bit of a switcheroo, Glane has taken willingly, this is with Sierra's permission, has taken the guard uniform and snuck into the city, and has already dispatched one of the guardsmen working under Katja. So, we now have a situation where the party is already split up. Serene, Daisnik, and Torgan, Turtle, are outside preparing to sort of defend the caravan. The caravan has been turned away from the city. Serene suspects a trap of some sort. Meanwhile, Glane Glane is wounded, but inside the city. He's taken a little bit of a cut in his scuffle with the guard. He was able to dispatch him and take his crossbow, and now holds a crossbow, spear, and of course his trusty dagger. As for the rest of the party, they are still outside the walls and separated from their friend. So, what will happen tonight? We will see. I don't know myself, so I'm looking forward to finding out.
Serene's half expecting that when we go back to the walls the next time, we're going to see Glane hanging on one of those banner posts.
I mean, it could definitely happen. Rest in peace, Glane. All right. So, which sub-party should we start with? Glane inside the walls or Serene and Torgen outside?
I think Glane's is the most exciting right now.
All right. Well, let's pick up with Glane, who has just dispatched one of the guardsmen and is now on the city wall with a new crossbow in hand and a knife wound as well to show for his efforts. He's managed to stop the flow of blood and is hiding the wound well, but is not feeling great about it. Not a deep wound, but it's still going to be a problem eventually. So, where do we go from here, Glane?
Alrighty. I'd like to look down within the castle walls and kind of survey the layout of where everybody is and see like who's around me right now.
All right. And not so much a castle as a wooden fortified wall. This is a small settlement. Maybe 2 or 3 score people. Just a few dozen families worth. Not a large settlement by any means. The construction is mostly wood and thatch. And there's not a ton of buildings down here within the walls. The most prominent is a sort of large central meeting hall that Sira pointed out to you before you went your separate ways. So, looking around, there's a handful of other guards that you can spot occasionally, but for the most part, there's a heavy guard presence towards the center of the settlement around this large meeting hall. The actual villagers are, for the most part, holed up inside their homes. There might be some possible hunting parties out and about. You're not sure. You certainly can't account for everyone. But for the ones you can see, you've got a handful of guards visible in sort of mostly the center of the settlement, around that central building.
Okay. Let's see. I would like to head down and ask where most of the townspeople are being held, to see if I can find one of their doctors to look at my wound.
Well, as far as being forcibly held, you've already heard from Sierra, that is the center building. The others are mostly just, it seems, keeping to their houses.
Okay. I'm going to make my way to that center building.
All right. So you see the guards down there. Now they're sort of just standing at their posts. If you wish to approach them, they will notice you. Unless you want to try some sort of plan.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about bleeding out or anything, but you are injured. But no need to hunt down a doctor immediately.
Okay. Let's see. I'd like to head down the wall then and start walking through the streets of town as if I'm on patrol.
Okay.
Keeping to myself.
All right. You climb down the ladder into the city, the settlement roads, which are more just passageways between the buildings than actually paved paths of any sorts. Walking around, it seems that no one has really paid too much mind to you. The other guards don't give you a second look. It doesn't seem like any of them notice that you are out of place.
Okay. I'm going to kind of make a lap around town and see if I can pick up any conversation that gives me any leads on who's running things or possibly the whereabouts of Sarah's brother.
Let's see. So Glane already has a lot of this information. The central building
I know he
in town.
exists, but
Yeah, the central building in town is where the captives are held. Hence the heavy guard presence.
yeah, but I don't know who's in charge though.
The Sorceress Bandit Queen?
Katja?
I wasn't part of that conversation.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, that's right.
You did hear the name Katja from Sierra, but you did not. The piece you do not get is that she is a sorceress. That's the one piece of information you missed out on. Because Serene was the one that put the pieces together after Sierra joined up with the other team. So you know about Katja, and that she is sort of running the show here from the central building, but you don't know exactly what she is capable of.
All right, it's been a whole week. I got the fog of what I know and what I don't know.
Fair enough.
All right. How many guards are guarding that room that everybody's in? 2 or 1?
There seems to be 2 posted at the front door that you've seen, and from walking around, you see there's a few other entrances. It looks like each one has 2 guards. There's a back door that's a little bit larger, maybe for moving in and out large equipment or other items, that has 3 guards posted.
Okay.
You can always ask for time to think, and we can come back to you.
Yeah, we can swap over to the B team, or maybe they're the A team. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a lap around the town and think while they move on.
All right. So let's go over to Serene and Torgan with the caravan. So, what are you guys doing over here?
When we wrapped up last week, we had moved the caravan out of sight into a clearing, and were preparing fortifications, circling up the wagons, making sure vulnerable lives, like the horses and whatnot, were pulled into safety. Serene, or well, I guess I'll say having, with the knowledge that we're looking at a bandit encampment that's bold, or a group of bandits that's bold enough to overtake an entire city, and they know there's a merchant caravan. Obviously, we're sitting target, right? So they're going to send out scouts. Our job, as Serene explains it to Torgan and the rest of the caravan, is to make sure that those scouts never see home.
All right, so you'll be hoping to intercept any bandit scouts along the road that might be looking down the road for where they think you guys are heading.
I'm going to advise some of the people in the caravan to set up tripwires with anything that would make noise around the outer perimeter. I do believe we sent Sarah to go fetch his men.
That's correct.
So that we would have some extra hands if we had to defend the caravan encampment. I'm going to find probably the highest branch in kind of a tree overlooking the entrance to the clearing where I can see maybe part of the road and the encampment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be kind of keeping sentry, bow at hand.
All right. So
we should probably establish some sort of way to signal each other. Something like that.
Always with the birds.
I mean, it works. Okay.
Well, what sound does a turtle make?
That's like asking what the fox says. I don't know.
There you go. So let's see here. So basically holding up and trying to watch for attacks. So Ghislaine, you might be it sounds like the ball's going to be in your court for a while.
Yes, it does.
Now, what's your goal here? You made it into the city. You've blended in. You've sort of gained enough trust to not be second glanced. So you have an advantage there. Is your goal basically to just kind of wait it out, avoid people looking at you, noticing you, until something occurs? Or is there some action you want to take or information you want to gather?
Okay, so the guards that are in town at this point are bandits. We've been kind of shaking this town down and doing what we want, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to start going from home to home because I assume that we all do, we just enter homes and shake people down if we want to. And I'm going to start entering homes and letting people know that I'm from the outside.
And that's something.
And
we're planning something.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to get everyone to leave their homes around the same time based on, day or night or whatever. And I want them all to gather at the far side of town, away from the square that everyone's being held, to draw a guard presence.
Ooh. All right. So your goal is basically you're going to try and fish out more of the guards as a sort of distraction.
They're not going to cause chaos. They're just going to gather in a very sudden, suspicious manner.
Right.
I
just
don't want there
go
to be
be
a fight.
suspicious over there to get at least a few of the guards facing that way, going that way.
Yeah, so that they can draw some of them away.
I'd like to try something daring.
Oh, all right.
I would like to. Is it possible for me to wait until nighttime and try to climb the walls of the castle?
Absolutely. Again,
fort.
Think
wooden fort wall.
Okay. I got some of those.
Think like a dozen homes and a meeting hall surrounded by a wooden wall.
I may have used the wrong picture for this week's. Kind
of like the towns in Skyrim minus the castle that's usually inside.
Yeah, let's go with that. Okay.
Well, that is what I would like to do. I would like to.
Now, are you going to tell Serene about this, or are you just like?
No. I am going to inform her. I mean,
okay.
She should know that I'm not been captured.
Mm-hmm.
He's not me, after all.
Now, are you planning a solo mission?
Yes.
Ooh.
I want to get inside this castle.
All right, can we roleplay this conversation?
Take it from the top there. Torgan, you have waved Serene down from her treetop perch to have a conversation about your plans.
Okay. Serene, it's been a while since we've heard from Glane, and I'm starting to get worried a little bit. And we can't wait out here forever, because all we're doing is waiting for an attack. So I am going to wait until the changing of the shift of the guards tonight, and I'm going to attempt to get into the castle and see what information I can find out.
You're going to try and get into the town.
Yes, castle. I said castle again.
Well, this isn't a great plan. But you're right, we do need to do something a little proactive before we catch Glane hanging from one of those banner posts.
Yes. So if you
is Sarah back with his group yet?
You know what? Conveniently, as you are speaking, Sierra and some other guards arrive. Some other exiled guards from Woodbreak arrive.
Well,
Friends, I've returned with what men I can bring.
So you would know of some of the guards before your exile. You would know who some of them were. Would it be possible for you to possibly make some sort of distraction on one side of the wall while I attempt to get up the other side?
That sounds like we're going to get a lot of people killed. I have a different idea.
Okay.
And what is that idea?
Well, before I talk about that, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they exile known threats instead of just killing you off since they're bandits? How did that come to happen?
I cannot pretend to know Katja's goals, but I will say she probably expects us to die in the wilderness. Without the village to supply us any longer, it is not likely we would survive for too long. This land is not plentiful.
So, cruelty play. Maybe as an example to the townspeople.
Perhaps more of a convenience than anything.
I'm just being a little suspicious. It was all just very convenient.
Maybe she's not as bad as we think.
No, I'm very confident that's not the case. But what she probably is vain. And we can probably exploit that to our advantage.
What do you have in mind?
Well, I don't want to leave the caravan undefended, because it seems unlikely they would leave a merchant supply caravan ripe for the picking out and about for long.
Well, you do have it concealed, and as your previous plan was, any scouting team should be looking down the road, traveling straight back to civilization.
Well, if we assume the bandits are stupid, yes.
Yes.
I'm not willing to take that risk.
Well, the guardsmen could, of course, stay behind.
Mm-hmm.
You have a small force.
Let's split the team. I'll go as far as the edge of the woods with you to make sure that you get within sight of the walls. I can see if I can put an arrow in the top of the wall somewhere, maybe a little bit discreet, see if I can help you get a rope over the wall to get in. Although we did have a lead on a hole that might also work.
That's right.
Sarah, what can you say?
Yes, he did mention a sort of weak point in the wall, some old wood that was long in need of repair, where someone could conceivably wedge themselves through.
Sarah, what do you think would be the best means of approach?
Through the wall would be safest, I think. To go over invites one of Katja's men to see and kill. They will not expect someone to go under. Under the cover of nightfall, this section of the wall is all but invisible.
Okay. Against my better judgment, here's what we can do. I will stay at the edge of the wood line and take up an archer's position and give you any cover I can if I see risks coming. Take one of the guards and get under the wall so that you at least have someone with you to cover your back and a guide once you're inside the walls. See if you can find Glane. Let's hope he's not dead yet. I'll give you as much cover as I can when you're on your way out.
If you'd prefer to have Serene go in, one of Sierra's men could take your place on the outside, in the interest of keeping more of the party together. If you prefer to be on the outside as a sort of spotter, that works as well.
I have a feeling we may need someone who can act as a liaison between the caravan and the people inside the city. And I'm concerned that the merchants might get a little green if suddenly their entire escort is no longer accompanying them.
All right. Okay, so that's the plan, is getting Torgan inside the settlement with one extra guard alongside him.
And if you want, I can play that guard.
Could have
Since
Sierra
my
go.
character will be... Yeah, since my character will be kind of in a stasis for the most part.
True.
Yes, that seems like the plan.
I mean, at that point, why not just go in yourself?
Oh, that's true. I possibly just going in by myself would draw less attention.
That's up to you.
That may be the way to go. I may have to go in on my own.
Well, let him go with you as far as the wall to show you where the hole is. And
Yeah.
then you can fall back to my position.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that's the plan. Sierra and his men have kind of been standing guard from a distance, standing watch for the time since they were originally exiled from Woodbreak. They have information, at least a little bit, about when the guards change and when the best time to get in would be. So, over the night, you prepare yourselves for the infiltration mission. Torgan and Sierra and Serene travel as far as the wood line. Serene standing guard and keeping a close eye on the settlement, watches as Torgan and Sierra work their way out across the landscape, darting from shadow to shadow as night falls and the time is best. Serene, you do see a few of the guards in the distance sort of changing posts, leaving the wall unattended just long enough in key places where Torgan should be able to get in with the best chance of success. Torgan, Sierra takes you right up against the wall, the same area where Glane was searching earlier in the day, and he shows you a small part of the wall where the wood is indeed fairly weak, and he's able to sort of shift and bend until the fence, the wall sort of cracks a bit at one spot. The old rotting wood splintering a little bit, and moves it aside for you to slip through undetected.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is, I suppose this is my first time seeing the inside of the of the fortress, so I'm going to look around and gather information.
All right, so you know that there are going to be guards around, and you will stand out. Glane blends in quite well. Though he's been at this for some time now. Glane has been in the settlement, sort of faking guard. And Glane, have you been sort of making your way, kind of talking to some of the townsfolk?
Yeah, during this part with them, I've been going from home to home, gathering as many of them as are willing to do this plan, so that whenever I've talked to all of them, they can all
and
head
you
to the far side of town.
Perhaps given them some
away
sort
from
of
the-
signal to listen for.
Yeah, it's some way to let them know that it's time for them to all shift over there, to draw people away from the town square.
Right. Just a sort of light distraction of sorts. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Torgan, you're going to be kind of searching for, I guess, first off, for Glane. You don't know exactly where he is. You don't know if he's been captured. So I think we're going to need to have you do a gather information check here. So
Okay.
let's see here. I need you to roll wits. Which for you, that is going to be a +2.
2.
Oh dear, a miss. Quite a miss indeed. On a miss, your investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest. Pay the price.
Here come
Well,
the snails.
I think it's. I think the most likely outcome here is that while searching around for information, one of the guards spots you, Torgan.
That's fine. I'm gonna try to fight him and take his clothes.
All right, you know what? Fair enough. So let's see what happens here. We won't play out exactly what happens until we see what this roll is going to be. So you are going to attempt to fight him. So this is just a troublesome guard here. So you are, in a sense, I would say this is ambushed. This guard noticed you first. Well, let's call it Hart. He's just as surprised as you are, in a sense. You aren't really ready for this, so let's see. You'll get a +3 on this roll.
So they just came around a corner face to face. Oh, hi. What's up?
More or less, I think so. So let's see. What did we get here? A strong hit. Now we're talking. Okay. So on a strong hit, you get to take 2 momentum, and you have the initiative. So Torgan, your initiative is now up to 9. As a reminder, in the case of a bad roll, you can replace your die roll with that 9 at any time. But then it drops back down.
I don't want to kill him.
No. You can
I just
choose to
wanna-
sort of incapacitate in any way.
Yeah, I just want to knock him out.
Right. Okay, so what happens here is Torgan is sort of sneaking around the city, trying to locate Glane, trying to find any information about where Glane is, what has happened to him. It's been so long. I haven't seen him since midday. And then, sort of rounding the corner, you see one of the guards there. There's a brief moment's pause, and you decide it's do or die. I can't let my cover be blown. And so immediately you enter into battle with this guardsman right away. So you enter the fray and you have the initiative. You get the first move here. So let's see. How are we gonna do this? You're attacking in close quarters, so it's gonna be an iron roll. Which for you, that is a +2. Iron is pretty good for you. But it's only a weak hit. Now you have the opportunity if you want to turn that into a strong hit.
Yeah, I'll take 3 initiative. If that's...
I don't know what that...
You take all or nothing on the momentum.
Oh, you have to take it all.
Yes,
of
yes.
momentum. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's a one time. You'll all that 9 you built up will drop back down to 2.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's how momentum works. It's an occasional, very useful tool.
Okay, then I don't want to use my momentum. I'll take the weak hit.
We'll take the weak hit. All right. So, good news is that you did manage to get a strike on him. So that is going to... you've inflicted your harm on him, but you've lost the initiative. Now, so you basically just kind of... You're not trying to kill him. You basically sucker punch the guy. Just right up in his face. Just as soon as you spot him, you make the snap decision, punch him right in the face.
Yes.
But now this guard has the initiative. He's kind of like shaking it off, come to his senses. Not quite enough that he thinks immediately to call for backup. He wants to at least get a swing on you. He's running off of his gut instinct right now. And so that means we're going to be doing a clash move, which is when it is a close quarters fight, but they have the initiative. They're pulling the punches here. So roll iron again, and let's see how well this goes. All right. Oh no. A miss.
Oh no, there's a 10.
Yeah, you can't beat a 10 ever. No matter what. No matter how good your roll, you can never beat a 10. Again, you have the momentum if you want to turn that into a weak hit.
I'm gonna have to, so I'm gonna use my momentum.
All right, we're gonna burn that momentum. That drops back down to a 2. So that means that turns into a weak hit. You inflict your harm, but pay the price, and your foe has the initiative now. So you need to pay the price. So what happens here? Let's see here. So,
This fight isn't going well.
It's not. It could be going better. It could definitely be going better. Let's see here. Let's see.
I had to. I can't just lose this fight.
No. So, all right, let's see. Paying the price here. How bad is this going to be? That is the question. I'm tempted to just roll on the pay the price table. I think in this case you are damaged. You're gonna have to endure harm. He manages to get a quick strike on you in the scuffle. So you face physical damage. Make a... Let's see. So that's going to drop you down to a 4 on your health track. But you get to roll a health roll since that's higher than your iron right now. So roll a +4 to see if you can kind of shake off the damage. That's the goal here. Is we're gonna see if a weak hit. So you don't manage to shake off the damage. So he gets a punch back on you. You guys have traded punches. He still has the initiative in this case. And I think at this point, especially with kind of landing that hit and getting that out of his system, he's realized, I need to go get some help.
Oh, no.
So
throughout my wandering in this town, am I anywhere near or aware of this?
You know what? I think that makes a lot of sense that Glane, who has been wandering around,
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, you will kind of like, you've kind of seen, you saw a flash of movement, hear a little bit of a scuffle. Let's let Glane enter the fray here. Glane, let's get you to roll a, shadow, unaware foe. The guard would not expect.
You're his friend.
Exactly. The guard will see another guard coming and not expect anything. Let's see if this goes well. So for you, that'll be a 3.
Thank goodness he's so sneaky.
He's very sneaky, isn't he? All right. Oh, a strong hit. There we go. Now our luck is taking a turn for the better. Take 2 momentum, and you have the initiative. So, Glane is in perfect position. He sees all this going on. In fact, Glane, you're up on top of the wall, just a little bit past where all this is going down. You didn't even notice Torgon sneaking in right beneath your feet, but hearing the sounds of a scuffle down below, you turn and you see Torgon has managed to get into the settlement, but he's facing off against this guard, and it's not going great. What does Glane do here?
I'm going to, as quietly as I can, leap off the wall and land in between Torgon and the guard, and motion to the guard, you're hurt. Let me handle this. I'm going to aim my crossbow at Torgon and then whip around and aim at this guy's face.
I thought I was going to get shot.
Well, hopefully you would have realized it was Glane and played along. I mean, we could hope, but it's dark.
I don't want to tell you your business. You can't just shoot him from the wall. But if you want to, let's play it up for drama. You jump down, big showy entrance. You land between them, pulling out the crossbow.
I am getting closer to him. Being further away. That's
right.
More room for error.
Of course. So we'll call that an edge roll then. So go ahead and roll a +2 here.
Jumping down off the wall, that's one heck of a dex check. But he's a rogue, he probably has the dex for it, right?
Unfortunately, a weak hit. So yeah, you managed to get the harm in, but it's not quite enough to end the fight. And you lose initiative.
I don't suppose any of this is within my line of sight.
No, Serene is completely unaware of what's happening over here within the city walls. So, this could be going better.
What if I were to trade out my momentum for this? Would I finish him off?
You'd be 1 short. You need a 9. You need a 9 for that, and you are at an 8 on your momentum.
Okay, I'll leave it as it is then. If it's not going to get the job done, I'll keep it.
Let's see here. Is there anything we can do here? I think this is going to be where he's gonna realize, oh gosh, I got to get out of here. This is a problem. Yeah.
I mean, can I take one more hit while he's distracted with Glane?
All right, so here's something. here's something you can try. This is a move we've not made. You can attempt to turn the tide. Once per fight, when you risk it all, you can steal initiative from your foe to make a move, and when you do, you get an extra +1 on your roll, and if you hit, you get an extra momentum. And if you fail to score a hit on that move, like if it's an actual miss, it's going to be dire.
Well, if we miss, he's going to get everybody over here.
So this is the do or die moment here. Are we going to try this?
Feel like
would it be better if I do it since I have a higher momentum than Torgan does? Or
I think it does make sense for I think it does make sense for Torgan to have the chance here, the opening. Like mechanically, yes, you'd have a better chance if Glane went for it, but you know, your crossbow is you've fired out that bolt already. Torgan's had a moment to process what's going on. He's put the pieces together. He's like, "Oh, it's Glane." And so I think he could go for it.
Oh gosh. No turtle luck.
Yeah, let's see a good roll here. With a plus, I think we're going +2 here for iron. Well, okay. +3 because you're trying to turn the tide here.
Okay, here we go.
There's an I in that word.
Ron,
missed the word.
Ron,
no.
Get out of here. Get out of here, Ron.
Oh no! It's
he pulls it off. He pulls it off.
Oh, thank God! Even though Ron did it.
Dang it, Ron. Okay, so you get
what saved your butt.
It sure is. So you got the extra momentum for the turn the tide move, and then your strike inflicts the damage. You've had the initiative, and now. You have the opportunity, because you got a strong hit, you have a chance to end the fight right now. When you make a move to take decisive action and score a strong hit, which you just did, you may resolve the outcome of this fight. If you do, roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. Momentum is ignored on this roll. So, the progress tracker on that guard is maxed out. So the only roll on the challenge dice that can hurt right now is a 10. So I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll, and all we're looking at is the right 2 dice. We're ignoring the D6
Do not
here.
Roll a 10.
Yeah, just hoping for not a 10. A pair of 8s, and it's a match. The 8s are a pair, which means something interesting, a little twist happens of some sort. But on a strong hit, this foe is no longer in the fight. They are killed, out of action, flee, or surrender as appropriate to the situation and your intent. So, Torgan, you've been punching this guy in the face. Glane came up and shot him with a crossbow bolt. What did you just do here to this guy? That's trying to get away and alert the guards. Is this a spear chuck? What is going on here?
Well, when Glane jumped in, he took all the distraction onto himself, and in the scuffle, I was able to get up and get behind him and choke him out.
All right, so you get him, and you basically get him knocked out completely. So he is out of the fight. He is out cold. You've done it.
Good.
I would like to add something.
Oh boy.
When Torgan, finishes doing what he's doing to this guard and looks around, I am no longer there.
I'm Batman.
Okay, so a good thing to do since you didn't kill the guy is when you're done stealing his clothes, give him back to Serene so that we have a prisoner to question.
Yes, I sneak him out the hole. And
Syrah is there.
Yes.
Okay.
So we give him to Syrah, and Syrah
Zero's gonna
escorts
cart him
back
off
to-
into the night. And you give
now
him
I
a last
also
little
have your guard.
good luck. Good luck, Torgen.
So we're just dragging this naked dude through the underbrush.
Apparently,
Well, I
that's
assumed that I would have kindly given him some of my clothing in return. But, like, here's a pair of pants.
all right. So that match, we need to introduce some kind of twist here. I'm gonna say that while you were getting the guard's uniform and his weaponry and everything, you find that this particular guard was carrying a small ring of keys on him.
Ooh. High-powered guard. Nice.
Yeah, so there's our little twist for that match.
Okay.
All right, so you're
I know.
in the walls, dressed as a guard. It doesn't seem like anybody's noticed you yet, except for the one that is now on his way out.
Right.
So what happens next?
Well, now that I've seen that Glane is alive,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to try to find him.
It sure would be a lot easier if he didn't just disappear.
If he didn't just run away, like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Lane,
going
do
to
you
now-
want to not be found? What's the deal?
I'm on a timetable with these townspeople that I've been riling up. I have something that's in motion, and I can't have this delay me.
Okay, so I am going to try to get someplace safe. Oh gosh, I can't remember her name. The girl who told me about a little bit of information last week.
The
Oh.
performer.
Leela.
Leela, yes. So I'm going to go on search of Leela's friend who has information. Leland's. Since it's such a small town, I'm just going to knock on a door and I'm going to ask, "Hey, do you know where this person?" I assume they told me she told me the name.
Not to put a damper on the plot plan, but keep in mind that these people are still currently sort of being held captive in their own city. I mean, if you want to start doing some interrogations about your horse.
No, I'm just looking for a safe place to go, and knowing the
Okay.
information, knowing that I know someone possibly in the city may give me safe place to lay low for the night.
Right. Okay. So you've got a name
No.
of someone in town, and your idea is, hey, if you find them, you know that they should be cool.
Right,
That
that's
should be
the
cool.
intention.
Be cool, man.
Well, yeah, and you're with their friend who's outside, probably going to get ambushed by bandits. So maybe they want to help you.
Yes. Yeah, they can. I mean, I am a friend after all, and I also am a friend of a friend. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a good idea.
Okay. So I think in that case, we're going to do some gather information. So you're gonna roll wits. That's a 2.
Maybe the townsperson will be nice and clue Torgen in on the plan.
Hey, wouldn't that be
Blaine's
nice?
plan.
Oh, a strong hit. You discover something
Oh.
helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn and take +2 momentum.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent. So, good news. You very quickly... so the name you received from Leela was Sabine, who is apparently a friend of hers. And the first door you knock on, the very nervous people inside, they answer the door to this this city guard who's as far as they know working under Katja. but you seem to be a little bit of a fish out of water. You're not in your element, but once you mention Sabine, they realize that something is unusual here. So they ask you, you do not look familiar, are you? Who are you?
I'm actually not from this town. I am looking for a friend of a friend. Her name is Sabine.
Come in. They usher you inside and shut the door quickly behind you. You are from outside. How did you? You're dressed as a guard. Please come in and sit with us. And so there's a quick little bit of hasty explanations of who you are, how you came to get here, to put them at ease. Once they're satisfied with your explanations, they're like, yes, we know Sabine, but what? It is so strange to see outsiders here. It's been days. But yes, once day comes, we can take you to Sabine. Though I would be hesitant to be seen consorting with someone dressed as a guard. They would take me to be quite suspicious.
Do you have a cloak that I can borrow? I'd like to change into a cloak.
Yes. Well, it gets you some old clothes, an old cloak they have lying around as a spare, so that you can sort of blend in more with the townsfolk.
Thank you.
Lots of costume changes.
Yeah, apparently. It's been quite a mechanic here.
Okay, well, I'm going to rest for the night.
All right. So, Glane, what are you up to?
All right.
Were you tailing Torgen, or I don't know what you're up to here.
No, I kind of found him kind of on the way back. I had made my way down the town, got hit as many houses as I could in this area.
Right.
And I was heading back when I encountered Torgen. So the signal to start this plan would be when I originally passed by the first house that I hit up. When they see me walking by, I'll signal them to leave, and they'll start, gathering where I told them to go. While I go in the opposite direction, back to where that tower was, where they're keeping everybody.
Right.
So they'll be flocking away as I'm coming back.
So, Torgen, you are filled in on some pertinent information that you're not the first one disguised as a guard that they have seen. That another has come by and has plotted that tonight everyone will decide to get some fresh air on the far side of the settlement. And once that happens, hopefully the guards will come up and ask them to disperse, buying this mystery man enough time to do something to help.
I have to find some way to get information to Serene. To tell her that we're alive, and that he's alive, and that there's this plan to lure the guards away from the gate.
I also love that we have her on the outside of the town with a bow and arrow looking to snipe guards, and we are both walking around dressed as guards.
Well, no, I'm wearing a cloak now.
But you were, though.
Well, I was, yeah.
So, a really convenient
You guys are stupid. They're going to be looking for guards.
So a convenient thing you could do would be to have a young child that is probably in one of these houses serve as a messenger.
That would be wonderful, yes.
Like
Yes.
leaving the city?
through the hole that I came in?
I mean, Sierra was already there, and you kind of met up with him after your encounter with Glane.
Oh, then I would like to, in the morning, go back to the hole and whisper.
I don't think we're going to make it to the morning. Yeah, I think stuff's about to go down.
There's still stuff happening between then.
No.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, then,
I would...
I'm going to have to go now.
This town has seen its final morning.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Time out, guys. So, I presume when you gave Sarah the guard, you informed him that Glane was still alive and up to something. So
And
Serene
dressed as a
knows-
guard.
So Serene knows at least that much at this point. Now, hopefully, Sierra has made it back to the fence
Mhm.
now that Serene has facilitated transferring the prisoner to the merchants and is having one of Sierra's men question the bandit, while she has returned to her post as an archer and go-between so that she can kind of keep tabs on both situations.
There's a lot going on there.
So if you were to send a messenger to the wall, that information could get back to Serene.
And that's exactly what I want to do.
What information is that going to be?
The information that Glane has some sort of
Something.
plan to lure everybody away from the wall, or at least lure the biggest part of the guards to an area, and he's up to something, which presumably would be opening the gate, but I'm not exactly sure what his plan is because he didn't stop for 2 seconds to talk to me.
That's on him. He's going to have to face the
Glane
consequences for that.
Glane takes a -2 on teamwork.
Mhm.
I don't see that on the screen.
His wits certainly took a hit.
All right, so, Glane, is it time to enact whatever this plan is?
I knowingly nod to the person in the first house.
All right. One by one, the chain reaction carries out with people from each house just by happenstance choosing to go walk at the far side of the settlement away from the sort of large meeting hall.
Does that happen to be the side of the town I am in the archery perch facing?
It would be the side that you are closest to, yes.
Okay. So if guards start appearing on the wall,
Mhm.
looking like they're going to be shooting at the ground,
Right,
it might have to cause some sort of commotion.
right.
Leave it to me to make sure we don't sacrifice the entire town in
That'd be good.
an
That'd be
effort
good.
to save the town.
That would be preferred.
I told those people to keep it professional. I didn't say go fight them.
Could they be singing?
That would help. That would get a lot of attention.
Maybe they're looking for a missing child. That would be a good cover.
The child's organ sent away.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's the one. I don't know where he went. Okay. So this crowd has gathered at one end of the settlement, and this leaves a bit of a this starts to get a bit of the guards' attention. They see the gathering, and a few of them start to kind of walk over. Some leaving their posts around the meeting hall. So Glane and Torgan both, I guess. What are your current plans based on this?
Now that I'm looking at the tower or the meeting hall where they're being held, there were 2 guards, and 3 guards for each of the doors, right?
Right.
What do those numbers look like now?
Well, you have already spotted one door that is currently unattended.
Okay.
If you want to choose to kind of gamble some of the time you have where that's unattended, you can check the others as well.
So I can only see one door?
From your current vantage point, yes.
Okay. And
Which
is this
door?
the door? Is this the door that had 2 people at it originally, or
Yeah, this is a
the big
twofer.
door that had 3?
Yeah, this is one of the
This is a
smaller
two-door.
doors.
Okay. Would it take a lot of time to check the other 2 doors?
Long enough that it could endanger the fact that your current door is unattended.
You know, can I throw in something here?
What's that?
Yeah.
Can I throw in that I don't know exactly when I sent out the information. I didn't know exactly what Glaine's plan was, but in the information that I sent to Serene, my plan was when the guards are distracted, I'm going to try to open up the gate to let in the rebels.
That will be tricky because that's already a very crowded area right now. Like, there are more guards than usual at the front gates. So that may not play out.
I thought we were trying to distract them away from the gate.
No, just Glaine's plan is to distract them away from the central building where hostages are held.
Oh.
You might have to recalculate that on the fly.
I didn't.
Time to improvise. Time to improvise.
I retract my. Oh God.
All right, so
I retract
Glaine.
my information.
All right. I'd like to head to the first door, not the one that's unguarded, but the first next door that I can get to,
All right.
and see how many guards are there.
Okay. The back door has all 3 guards present.
Okay.
Why do you hate us, Dobbs? Why?
I run up to all 3 of the guards, clutching my wound, and saying, "There's a situation on the other side of town, and Katja wants you there right now."
Ooh. All right. Let's get a roll to compel. So you're going to be rolling with Shadow on a compel move. So let's get a +3. So you're going to be trying to convince them to head over. Oh, a miss. They refuse.
This might be a time to use my momentum.
And it would only turn it into a weak hit. No, wait. You have 8 momentum? You can't.
Yeah.
It's not enough for either. It's a miss regardless.
Oh no.
Oh boy. So either they refuse or make a demand which costs you greatly, and you have to pay the price here. Ooh. Pay the price. So, what happens? Oh boy. Glaine? You done goofed.
I'm just glad it wasn't me this time.
Thankfully. Finally. So let's see here. We need...
Guy rolling 10s over here.
Yeah. Typical. So let's see here. Pay the price.
Well, they probably have, if it's the big door, they're probably like, no, we're not leaving our post. Then if they're being trusted to guard the big door, maybe one of them is a fairly high rank. It's like, who are you to tell me what to do?
Okay, 96. A friend, companion, or ally is put in harm's way.
I'm still in trouble?
Or you are, if alone. Glaine is put in harm's way. I was about to be like, yeah, that makes sense. Something bad happens to Torgen.
Every time.
Turtle luck. Luck of the turtle. Glaine, I think they kind of are a bit suspicious. They, from a distance across the wall, going through the streets, not getting too close a look at you. They don't pay much mind, but here you are right in front of them, and they start to realize, wait a second, who is this guy? Glenn, I think your cover might be blown. What do you want to do? Record scratch.
Yeah.
Face.
Good move.
Oh, just to curl up into a ball.
Just drop down for the stranger.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm thinking.
All right.
The,
All right,
the
think
world
it
is
through.
slowed down around me.
Think it through.
No, I'm not winning, Dub.
No.
Glenn just
I
made quite the bluff and failed.
take a quick
Left him an
crossbow shot
unguarded
at the
door,
closest one
and he had to
me.
push his luck. All right, so what's the plan?
I take a quick crossbow shot to the one closest to me, and the minute that thing fires, I start running.
You're gonna attack. You're gonna shoot and run. Your goal is to flee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Honestly.
If I can damage one of them, that might slow down the group. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
All of this is bad.
This is super
All of
bad.
this is bad plan.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, you're just straight up trying to get out of here and, fire on the run, but let's get an edge roll. +2, I believe, is your edge score. Yeah. Aw, day. Thank you. 9 months. That's almost a year. All right, a weak hit. So you
Required to
succeed, but face a troublesome cost. Choose one. Ooh, let's see here. What happens in this case? We could have delayed, lose advantage, or face a new danger, tired, or hurt. You know what? I think most likely scenario in this case is hurt. So many Dobbs stream babies. It's true.
My crossbow can't break on me after that shot.
Wouldn't that be nice? No, I think they managed to attack back here. So roll. Let's see. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. That's a. I think that's a 2 right there. So you're gonna roll +2 on endure harm.
So roll 2.
Yep. Okay, a strong hit. You can either take +1 momentum or take -1 momentum in exchange for 1 extra health to put you back up to 3 health.
Take the health.
Take the health. All right. Probably a good call there. All right. So, Glenn is injured in his attempt. He tries to pull out the crossbow and make a run for it. One of the guards thinks fast, and you're close enough that he actually gets a bit of a cut on you with his spear. So you're now sporting a handful of new and fun injuries today. But you did successfully get away. That's the important thing. They're probably going to be chasing after you, though.
Torgan, where are you?
Yeah,
You should
where's
be helping
Torgan in all this? Let's
Well,
pan the
As
camera
I went
over.
away,
Well, that's what I was waiting to see if he was going to continue to battle, because if so, then I was going to jump in the fray, but
Right.
he's running away now.
All right. So.
Well, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle, before you left the house, which garb are you wearing?
I'm now dressed as the...
He's got the
I'm the
cloak.
peasant now. Yeah, I'm
in
the
a cloak.
cloak. Yes. Yeah, I did not put back on the guards because we were just going to travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Never mind.
It would have been convenient if I'd put back on the.
Right. GameCube, you were about to say something.
Yeah, on my dash back around, because I'm going to assume that I'm going to run the way that I came.
Okay.
So as I run back around past the other door, do I have time to swing it open in my retreat?
Ooh. All right.
Since it's unattended.
There's an idea. Now, definitely you'd have enough time to get inside. Do you mean get inside and not be noticed by the pursuing guards?
I mean, run to the door, swing it open, showing everyone that they can get out, and then continuing my escape. I'm not getting inside. That would be cornering myself.
I think you're of the impression that, like, everyone's just kind of standing around in there, free to walk out if only the door were open.
And if only it weren't being guarded.
Yeah, if only there weren't guards outside. Then...
I don't know what it looks like in there.
Okay. Well, yes, there's time to open the door.
I'm shooting my shot with that. So.
Okay. So you swing by to you run over to grab the door on your way past it. Oh, it's actually locked.
What a mean DM.
That's what the keys are for.
That's probably one of the keys.
Those fancy keys.
So, I jiggled the door.
Yeah, realizing that you are continuing to bolt.
Yes.
All right. Whew. So, Torgan.
The way that I'm headed is towards where me and Torgan got in that scuffle, because I know that it's kind of concealed in the shadows.
Right. Okay, Torgan, what are you up to? So there's a lot of commotion going on suddenly. There's a large crowd of people heading towards the front gate area of the settlement, and guards are kind of coming away from the central building.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to say that now I'm going to go examine the doors, because everyone seems to be distracted, and I've got these keys.
It's a good time for it. Kind of, keeping your head down, just trying to be out of everyone's way and trying not to really be noticed or pull any attention. You kind of work your way towards the central house and see a door with no guards around it.
And Glane running for his life.
I don't know. I think we might roll the clock back and say this is before that happens. This is maybe while Glane is running around to the other side of the building to check out the availability of the back door.
Well, if this happens before, then I would run into an unlocked door.
That's what we're about to find out. What happens?
So I'm going to go to the door that is unguarded, and I'm going to try my keys.
All right. They fit perfectly. The door unlocks. Are you heading in?
I am going inside, yes.
All right. Now here's the crucial question. Are you locking it back?
Am I allowed to say no? Because I would
absolutely.
like to say no.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to say no.
Okay. All right. You do so. All right, we will kind of retcon a little bit of what happened with Glane there, but not by much, because he wasn't intending to stick around anyway. Actually, we'll go ahead and play that out. Glane, the door does open. And since your plan was basically just open the door and keep going, that's as much as you see going on with the door.
All right. It doesn't change my path. I'm gonna head towards
No, you're still running.
That same area.
Yeah.
All you've done is throw a monkey wrench into this.
Well, here's what happens here is Torgan, you enter the door and you're kind of looking around. At that point, the door quickly opens behind you. You turn and instinctively reach for your weapon, only to see the door immediately get slammed and the sound of several footsteps running out into the distance past it. The door is open, but quickly closed from the outside, followed by the sounds of a chase.
So did one of the guards hang back to lock the door back? And let the other two chase him?
It doesn't sound like it. You don't hear any fiddling with the lock or anything. But it sounds like you are inside and undetected.
I would like to see who's inside.
All right. So you're going to be kind of looking around. This looks like a large meeting hall of sorts. It's a very, very wide open room. There is a ladder going up to, it looks like an upper floor. And it looks like there's some sort of cellar, a ladder leading down to a cellar below. But this room, it seems for the most part, is fairly empty. A lot of large tables. Maybe this was used for large communal meals for the settlement. But right now, it's deserted.
Oh, you're in the mess hall.
Now, you do hear some sounds, both above and below.
I'm going to have to assume that if the information I was giving that there's people in here that are being held captive, they're probably below. So
Okay.
I'm probably going to head below.
All right. Torgan heads down the ladder into some sort of small basement cellar. And sure enough, you see what looks to be a dozen people down here. Both men, women, and children. But they are all sort of behind a locked gate down here. On the other side,
Well-
upon seeing you, there's a little bit of excitement that's quickly hushed as their sort of eyes looking around. They sort of gesture up, back towards the ceiling, to indicate danger above. But they've sort of, with one collective mind, have quickly realized the gravity of the situation. They don't want to blow this possibility of freedom.
This is a tough one because I'm trying to figure out what an end game would be by getting in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the first thing I'll do would be check my keys and see if any of them will open the gates.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna rule that likely. Not 100%, but likely. Which means, for likely, a 26 or greater is a yes. 53. Yes! The keys fit. This key ring is a sort of catch-all, it seems, for the settlement. Maybe it was specifically made for this main central building. But yes, the key fits.
Okay, so I'm going to let them out, but not upstairs, just out of the gates.
Okay. You unlock the gate, swing it open. There's a sort of subdued excitement, but you quickly gesture to them to stay put and stay quiet. What's your next move here?
So I'm going to find out how many healthy men there are in the group. How many healthy men do I have?
So the prisoners that were taken were sort of strategically chosen to be of great importance to every family in such a sense. In a sense, the idea being that if you can get one person who's related to 3 different families here, then that's less prisoners to have to manage while still keeping a tight hold on the community. I will say that able-bodied fighters, you've got 2 among this number. So not many, and they are not in great shape. Although they have eaten, they are not eating well or much.
Okay. Oh dear. So I'm going to whisperedly ask any of them if they know what is upstairs from the main area. Maybe get some information.
All
Does
right.
the town hall also contain the town armory, by chance?
I don't know how much of an armory you expect.
Yeah, enough to outfit a few hunting parties.
In the basement of a dining room? It's probably
Listen, in
possible.
small towns, one building serves all the purposes, okay?
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, most of the anyone operating on a hunting party would probably be keeping their supplies with them, or Katja would not even be letting them keep it after hunting is over. So one of the captives, Torgan asks, "What's going on upstairs? What's happening there?" One of them points up. "That is where the bandits are."
Oh, we're gonna have to take that over. Okay. So assuming that this was a dining area upstairs, and assuming that there's also probably some sort of cooking facility in the area, I would like to give them all cast iron skillets.
Okay, we're gonna organize a ragtag band of hostages turned strike team.
Yes.
Okay. So wait, are you bringing them upstairs?
Just the two men.
Okay.
We don't want to attract too much attention, and
you have the guard you knocked out. You've got his crossbow. You've got your own spear, and presumably at least a knife besides.
oh, then I share.
Okay,
And
that makes more sense than trying to pull a tangled here.
See, that's what I was thinking. You
I
read
figured.
my mind.
I figured.
I share my weapons. I will keep the spear, and I will give one of them of each of the other weapons. A knife and a sword.
All right, you have a small band of two with you now. It's not much, but better than nothing.
Knife and a crossbow, not a sword.
Oh, crossbow. Sorry.
Yeah. So, is your plan to strike to make a strike upstairs?
Yes, we're going to try to surprise and
You're gonna go for
overwhelm
it.
the second floor. Yes,
You're gonna go for it. All right.
we're going to try to take this whole tower,
Let's see.
but quietly.
Somebody should send a messenger back to Serene at this point.
I don't know
Serene is
how.
regretting not coming.
I don't know how. How do I send her message?
I don't
this
think
time?
there's a good way to do so. At least not in time.
Have I mentioned the magic carrier pigeon that I keep in my bag?
Of course. little tinny.
Well, you haven't fed it this whole time, so it's dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No! I throw the bird with a note attached to it over the fence, and it lands with feathers just going plop everywhere.
Oh, we haven't been using your assets at all. That's all right.
What
Yeah,
are my
you're-
assets?
You're ironclad, so you have sort of extra armor that helps you when you have to endure harm in a fight. And
Well,
you
that
also
will help
have a
me now.
shield. That's like one of your main things is that you are the shield bearer.
He used the shield in the last one.
I'm like the tank here.
You are. Here, I'm gonna throw, just for your benefit, I'm gonna throw the your asset list into the Discord, just so you have this data available. Oh hi, there's a lightning bug crawling on my wall. Kind of caught me off guard.
I
right.
release my swarm of lightning bugs to distract them.
Excellent idea. Excellent idea. All right, so you've got your your party of 3, and you're gonna head upstairs looking for a fight.
So all these are mine: Ironclad, Slayer, and Shieldbearer.
The top item of each of those is applicable.
Any other information? Okay. Okay. So we are going to try to sneakily go up the ladder into the upstairs area, and
All right.
I'm gonna pop my head up and see what we're up against.
Okay. So, with your 2 newfound companions behind you, up above at the top of the ladder, it looks like there's a small sort of there's a door in one wall up here, but beside it, a pair of guards.
Ugh.
Now, here's the tricky part. Your men are going to be having to climb up a ladder to join you, but I think we're going to have to start a fight right here, right now.
Okay, so sneak attack.
I mean, they will notice you. It won't be a full-on sneak attack. It'll be a pair of guards. So you're going to have to be ready for it. And then a little bit later, your friends will come up and join you. So you're going to be facing off against your foe. So roll
Lightning Rod.
Heart. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, this is a problem. For many reasons.
That is the next to worst thing.
Oh, wow. A 9 and a 9. And your momentum is not nearly good enough. On a weak hit, no, on a miss, combat begins with you at a disadvantage. Pay the price and your foe has initiative. So I think right away what's going to happen is these guards immediately see you and are prepared for they are ready for combat. They are up here. And a match. We got to mix it up somehow. I think they're going to alert Katja right away.
Gosh darn it.
Oh no.
Katja! Katja!
Why?
We have intruders!
Oh, dear God. And I know that she's magic.
You do, yeah. So...
Question.
Uh-huh.
In this world,
Yep.
since I'm the only elf in the party,
Right.
what advantages, other than low light vision, what does that give me?
Not much mechanically. I mean, this is going to be setting-wise, it's flavor.
Okay.
What if I said I really wish you were here with me? Would that be?
Ah, well, in
advantage?
that case, no.
See, I was just wondering if I had any inherent magic sense, because
Gotcha.
Even if you're not magical, usually elves have some awareness of when it happens in their vicinity.
Yeah, don't
In
worry
most
too much
worlds.
about like the traditional Dungeons and Dragons style setting.
Yeah.
It's more of just a very low magic. It's more of a mysticism, a witchcraft
asking.
sort of thing. No,
If
definitely
it
worth
gets
asking.
really flashy though, you might see it happening in the windows.
Oh yeah. Fireball.
Please no.
So let's see here.
Although-
Combat begins with you and an advantage. Pay the price. So let's see. What is that going to be? What makes sense here? Here?
Maybe they heard them coming and we're ready.
Maybe they try to knock me back down the.
Actually, I think
Ladder.
just alerting Katja is pretty bad in itself to have more
That is
combatants.
pretty
see.
bad. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you magician, come here.
So
Come look at this.
So I think what we're gonna do then is they're immediately going to be attacking you. So you're gonna have to start getting ready for a clash here.
So is this where I
This is where you die, yes.
adjust my armor?
So it's already set. So it's basically you would have to change it out before
Okay.
combat.
No, then no.
Everybody, time out. I need to add a layer. A layer of armor, please. So 1 moment.
No.
No. So you're currently lightly armored. But still, that means that when you endure harm, you get a +1 bonus. So you've got that going for you. So Clash, your foe has initiative, and you fight them in close quarters. Roll iron. So let's get a +2 from Torgon.
I don't wanna.
Oh, a strong hit. Inflict your harm and choose one. You have the initiative. You can either bolster your position by taking +1 momentum, or you can find an opening and inflict 1 extra harm.
I'll inflict another harm.
All right. You managed the first guard. He rushes you. He wasn't really ready for a fight, but upon seeing you arrive, he grabs his spear. It's tight quarters in here, but he's going to just kind of run at you with his spear. But with your quick thinking, you're able to dodge out of the way and see his momentum carry him through. You kind of wrench the spear from his hands and smack him with your elbow, and now you've got the upper hand. You managed to get a strong hit on him, wounding him, a wide gouging cut across one of his arms, leaving him heavily injured. So much, in fact, with that much harm, that's a strong hit. You could try to remove him from the fight right away.
Trip him over the edge.
It's a bit of a risk. He's
The
at
guys that are
9.
coming
He's
up
already
behind
at
him
9
don't catch up.
of 10.
I will try to end it
Okay.
for him.
All right. You'll need to. Oh, I will roll. And remember, a 9 or a 10 is bad. Anything else is good. Cross those fingers. Oh, a 9 and a 3. So it's a weak hit. So this foe is no longer in the fight. They are killed out of action, flee, or surrender as appropriate to the situation and your intent. But you must also choose one. Either it's worse than you thought and you have to endure harm. You are overcome and endure stress. Your victory is short-lived. A new danger or foe appears, or an existing danger worsens. You suffer collateral damage, or you are marked for vengeance. I think either this is going to be collateral damage or endure harm. Pick one.
If I take the harm, do I immediately get it back because of
You do
armor?
have. So you've got a bonus with your extra armor because you are the warrior of the turtles. You are ironclad, so you do get a bonus on that endure harm roll, if that's the one you want to go. So you might not take any damage.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go for that. All right, so we're gonna need to do endure harm, which is going to be that you do take your damage up front, putting you down to 3 on your health track, and now you can roll your health or iron, whichever is higher. That's your health, with an extra +1 because of your ironclad asset. So you get to roll +4.
That's good odds.
That's good. It doesn't get a whole lot better. We've seen a +5 once. Oh no!
No, double tens. Why?
No,
One in
come on.
100. Okay.
Why?
No.
On a miss, also suffer -1 momentum. If you are at 0 health, you must mark wounded or maimed, or roll on the following table. So it's okay. The penalty is you lost some momentum there. But the important thing is that the first guard is out of the fight. You've managed to deal with him soundly. But the other is still up and still has, I believe he still has the initiative against you. No. Initiative is on you, not on them. So you have the initiative right now.
Well, what are his
I was
teammates
going
doing?
to say, can one of my teammates pop through the hole now?
They are scurrying up as fast as they can, but in the time it's taken for them to get up, you are still engaged in a rough struggle with these guards. You're taking on 2 at the same time here. But
Well,
you have the initiative. Which,
What are the chances that I would roll 2 10s again, really? You know?
1 in 100 at worst.
I'm going to have to
Those two
attack
guys are going to
again.
get up and catch up, and they're going to find catch in there. The worst thing they could possibly see.
And they're just going to run away.
They're so hungry.
They're going to nope out on that one. I'm going to have to strike.
Okay, then roll with iron, a +2.
What are the chances that this would be bad, really? You know?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, hang on. Do you have... No, you're at 4 momentum now because of that miss earlier. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because this would have been a perfect time to just use 5 momentum. All right, but you managed to inflict your harm, but you lose initiative. So, progress. But now the guard has the initiative. So I think this is probably where... This is probably where the where maybe one of your newfound friends arrives to help out.
Oh, thank God.
So let's see here. So they're gonna come in and come to your aid. So they're gonna help you in this battle. So at this point, you're going to need to clash. Because your opponent has the initiative. And you're fighting in close quarters. So that's going to be another iron roll. Iron is one of your specialties, so it's good.
So 2 again.
Actually, make that a 3. Well, I'll add 1 manually. Oh no, it's okay. Giving you a bonus with your companion by your side. Temporarily. So, we have a strong hit and a match. Inflict your harm and choose 1. You have the initiative now. So, you get to inflict harm and take 1 momentum or inflict... You won't need to inflict any harm because that will put this track at maximum. So you're gonna get an extra momentum here, and you have an opportunity again to try and end the fight with this guard.
Let's end it.
All right, we're gonna try a roll here. Excuse me, lightning bug, off the screen, please. Thank you.
No!
Oh, that's unfortunate. Please,
No.
please, sir. Get off
And
of my monitor.
And I can't use my momentum to make it a weak hit.
No, any progress attempts you cannot use momentum on. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, because you're not rolling. Get off of here. I don't think. I'm gonna double check on that. A quick rule check. After I can get this bug off of. Well, get away. All right. What? Friend, new friend, yay.
Fireflies, that's a song.
No, it's
They're supposed to be friendly.
We send a message of
progress
fireflies to light up the
moves.
sky to spell out help over the town.
Yeah, like those coordinated drones, how they spell stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, you can't use momentum on this roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
progress
I
moves. So. With a miss, a straight miss on that, you have lost this fight. Pay the price.
What?
Well, if he's getting a +1 that wasn't included in the roll when he.
No, this is on into the fight. He got his +1 on the clash attempt.
Okay, but his buddy doesn't help
I'm an
him out
idiot.
here?
I'm an idiot. This is a strong hit. I need to program in a better roll for this. I'm an idiot. You have the blue is this is supposed to be a 10 because it's a progress roll. So his roll does not matter. Too tired to do math, or the lack of math. I'm sorry for the false alarm on the
blue one's the progress, and since I rolled more, or
technically your roll is a 10 because I'm supposed to be using your progress track, not the actual dice roll. I still need to program that in. Hopefully by next week I'll have that, and it'll look a little bit nicer.
Yeah, so this is 10 versus a 6 and a 3.
Yeah, so it's a strong hit. The foe is no longer in this fight. They are killed out of action, flee, or surrender as appropriate to the situation.
Oh, thank God.
So,
yeah.
That makes sense, because if they're at the top of their weakest, then it'd be the easiest to.
Exactly. I just saw the red and freaked out.
Okay.
As I'm sure everyone did. So, yeah, you're good. I don't know what I was. Yeah, you lost the fight. Yeah, you just dealt all the damage possible and lost.
That's what we call turtle luck.
That's some serious turtle luck. It's well, if it was 10s, it would not be out of the question.
The excitement of the fight causes you to have a stroke, and you just drop to your knees.
Another one.
All right, so this foe is no longer in the fight. So this other guard is coming at you guys with a knife, but you clash against him with your heavy shield and armor. You sort of are able to smack the knife from his hand. He reaches back for his armor, but one of your companions that's up here with the borrowed knife, he's able to sort of slash at his arm. He yelps in pain as you sort of tackle him to the ground, and you guys manage to just throw him down the shaft back to the first floor.
Dinner served. Come on, kids, eat.
The door opens, and Katja appears.
No!
Katja, what is her... Let's see, what is Katja's description here? What did I... Hang on, what are my oracles?
Can my second companion also be there? Can there be 3 of us now at least?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Stingy. That makes sense. So she is a stingy mystic, a witch, a sorceress. So what happens here? Katja appears in the door and sees her guards gone, replaced with these 3. This man in a cloak with a spear and a heavy shield, and then these 2 others armed with a crossbow and knife. What do you do, Torgan?
I just say hello. No.
Hello, may I interest you in some pineapples for sale?
Hello, I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. No. God, I mean, I know that she's magic and she's mean and she's. But I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna try and tell her to stand down.
Too. We're gonna have to try to. Yeah.
Your horse's extended warranty?
Your horse. We're gonna have to. Yes. Can we try to just tell her hey, you've lost?
Yeah.
Stop.
That's gonna be compel.
We're just gonna say quit it.
So that's gonna be heart, which is your specialty. So give that a 3.
Okay. Maybe she'll have a change of heart. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what? You're right. I lose.
Maybe she's also cowardly.
I mean, you can basically just tell her like, Katja, it's over. Oh,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
they refuse.
no.
Well,
Ooh.
No.
you get to make a new character.
I mean, I don't know about that.
No, we haven't started fighting yet. I just was like trying the path of least resistance. Like,
No, that's
hey, why don't
that's
you
a
just
reasonable. It's a very sensible maneuver here, to just straight up tell her like, "Hey, stand down. You've lost.
stop it?
It's over. It's over, Katja."
Just stop it. Bad.
But no. Katja says, "It is not over. I will decide when it is over."
She makes a GameCube coffee Coke face.
I want to feed the DM so bad right now, but I'm not going to.
Stop! No! Why? Why?
All right, so, let's see. Are we going to do a separate enter the? I think we are going to do a separate enter the fray here to see what happens with Torgan. So Torgan, start off with a heart roll here. Roll well. Okay,
Please.
weak hit.
Okay.
You can either take the initiative or 2 momentum.
I'm gonna take the momentum, and the only reason that is because I mean a 7 is pretty good to replace something.
No, that's
terrible
true. That's
happening.
true. Okay. So you're gonna have to clash then. Roll iron with a +2. Katja lunges forward immediately after hearing your call for surrender.
I want to put this out there. GameCube, I watched your playthrough of what was it, Resident Evil? And there's that big tall lady that comes
yeah.
to the door. I see that in my mind.
Yeah, let's go with that. Who's that? Oh, you are outmatched and must pay the price. Your foe has initiative. So you're going to need to endure harm here, absolutely. But you're heavily armored. You've got your shield, so you're going to get an extra +1 on this. But it's not looking great. And she is a dangerous foe, dropping you to 1 health. So I need you to roll a 3. That's based on your iron +1.
I'm in danger.
You are in danger.
I'm gonna die.
A weak hit. Okay, so no change really. But she still has the initiative.
And I thought I was on the brink of death.
So
we could pause Turtle's encounter and give the rest of us a chance too at some point.
I would love that.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. This is all happening very quickly, and Glane has fled effectively. So very unlikely that's going to come back. Serene is outside of the city completely.
Serene is keeping watch, and at this point, there should be a gathering of citizens, and there should be guard activity happening. And if it looks like there could be trouble, Serene has the ability to intervene and distract that trouble, which might be enough to save Torgan's behind if whatever happens is enough to pull some or send some chaos into the kind of central building.
Also, we're presumably up high. I mean, we are on a higher floor. We had to go up a ladder, and Serene was last posted in a tree, so there's possibility she could see some sort of movement in there.
Not much in the way of like windows or anything. Consider this sort of like an attic apartment of sorts.
Right.
So tight quarters, not a lot of visibility.
Trying to save my own life here.
Thank you, Termdove. Well, you've got your friends by your side right now. Your newfound friends.
Okay.
So
Are the other Are the other prisoners fleeing
So
while
let's
there's
see.
battle going upstairs?
Well, downstairs, Torgan basically was like, "You and you, here's some weapons. Come with me. Everybody, stay quiet." So I
Trying
think
to keep other people
they're
from
not
coming.
locked in, but they're sort of waiting for something.
Can they hear Katja screaming at Torgan? And maybe panic and run for the door?
I think even if they do hear that, I doubt they are going to make the move to flee.
Okay.
I think the only choice is I'm gonna have to fight this out, aren't I?
I think you're gonna have to fight this battle, but with your friend, your new buddies by your side, you're gonna get +1 on this roll here for a clash, which is gonna put you at a +3.
Do I get one per character that I have with me?
No,
Just one altogether?
just the one. And you've got a very high momentum right now.
All right. So +3.
+3. Don't forget, 0 health does not mean death. Or does it?
God, why?
Wait, this is perfect. You have your momentum.
I do have the momentum. I trade the momentum. Trade
All
it
right,
out.
you're
All of
burning
it.
the momentum. This is now this goes from a miss to a strong hit. You inflict your harm and choose one. You can inflict an additional harm or take +1 momentum.
I'm gonna. The momentum would only be 3, so I'm just gonna take an extra harm.
Okay. And now you have the initiative. So, Katja comes at you again, slashing quickly with this knife. Just a blur of steel in her hand. But you're able to deflect the blow with your shield. Your companion starts an attack, trying to bear down with the crossbow. He doesn't manage to hit Katja, but he at least gets her attention away long enough for you to find an opening. You manage to cut through her with your spear. She howls out in pain, but she has murder in her eyes.
Oh God.
Throw her down the ladder. Throw her down the ladder.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to attack again. I'm gonna have to attack again.
All right. Roll with iron.
Oh God.
A +2. This could be it.
+3, he still has friends.
Let's see here. I'm going off of the Shieldkin expertise on the Kindred Companion, which only adds the +1 on a clash.
Damn.
Okay, so 2.
So 2.
Okay.
There we go. Come on. Low challenge.
Oh, thank God.
A strong hit. Inflict an additional +1 harm. You retain initiative. I just want you to know that puts Katja's progress tracker at maximum.
End it. Let's end the fight.
End it. All right. Remember,
Did you just one-shot the mini-boss?
I don't know.
All right. I'm going to
She has
ignore
used zero magic
ignore the
in this
bubbles.
fight.
Ignore the bubbles. Only look at the numbers on the dice. Only look at the numbers on the dice. It's a strong
No
hit.
10.
It's a strong
No
hit.
10.
It's a strong hit.
Oh,
So,
God.
Katja slicing away with her blade. Torgan deflecting with his shield. And his spear trying to cut through her. He lands a blow, wounding her. She howls out and charges, murder in her eyes, crying out as she goes in to stab. Torgan is knocked back by the force of her, surprisingly strong. They wrestle, and Torgan kicks her off of him, and she tumbles down the hatch onto the first floor, where she lands. The knife tumbles away under a distant table, and Katja is still and silent.
Yay. Okay,
Check
well,
if she's dead or
I was gonna
unconscious.
say, I'm gonna have to go down and I'm gonna check her out and see if she's alive, and if she's not, I'm gonna loot her.
Good job.
So
You're learning. You're learning.
you come downstairs to
Sure, bro.
find that the prisoners there have poked their heads up to see the display, to see that Katja has just tumbled down to her death. They're looking at you expectantly.
She's dead. So now we've just got to deal with the thieves in the town, because even though their leader's gone, they're still going to fight, or they're going to try.
This is where you need to make an intimidate check. And do something out of character for yourself.
This is where you cut off her head and carry it through the town.
I was thinking that.
On the top of the spear,
I was
yeah.
thinking that, but that's so uncharacteristic. I was thinking, like, I'm going to literally pull a Wizard of Oz and I'm going to take her broom and show it. Like,
Well,
so I
you
was
could let-
when I looted her, I was hoping to find something like a necklace or something to prove that she's dead.
I'm sure one of the townspeople would be more than happy to volunteer to carry the head on a pike.
Oh, God, okay. Fine, I behead the witch.
I mean, you can't just hold her up.
Yeah, okay.
It sends
yeah.
a message with the head.
It's
I
fair.
should also probably loot her office at some point. But
Yeah,
you can wait.
I
Wait.
that's fine. So we're just going to carry her. We're going to carry her through the town and declare that the reign of evil is over.
Yeah. So Torgan.
See how that goes.
Torgan lifts up the body of Katja and bursts out through the doors into the streets of Woodbreak and just shouts out, "You can all stand down. Katja is dead." There's a sort of murmur and shock because some of the townsfolk are still sort of mulling about, being sort of bullied by the guards. But upon seeing their sort of leader killed, they are immediately put in a position where they have to decide if they're getting out of this alive or not.
Can I make a listen check?
You cannot. There is no listen move.
You know what I mean.
I do.
I assume he's bellowing this into the night.
Oh yeah. You can hear it echoing across the lands here. This strong voice of Torgan, who is holding it together after being cut and sliced in the battle. He is heavily wounded, but has summoned his strength to just sort of put all of his heart into this call for an end to the battle.
Are there any guards on the wall that I can see?
And be sure that they're not Glane.
I mean, it's just a risk I'm going to have to take. I
Yeah.
want to help prove his point. Encourage them in a certain direction.
It looks like they have taken Torgan's words along with the evidence and have decided that, oh boy, I don't know what happened, but suddenly our leader is dead. All the townsfolk are out. I feel suddenly outnumbered.
Good.
There's a little bit of running away going on in some places. It seems it's tough to tell exactly what's happening, but there's suddenly a lot of chaos. The important thing is that you have succeeded.
Okay. I just really wanted to take a pot shot at one of the guards.
Oh, I'm sure.
You
I
can
mean,
take this.
she would.
Listen, I'm tired after this adventure. This next one, you two can take the lead on.
Yeah, you.
I've got the
Let's-
grizzly old. I'm getting too old for this, like cop line.
I think we've all learned a valuable lesson about splitting the party. Hopefully.
Yes.
And I gave a
Glaive still
lot of
might be
opportunity
dying,
to
we
keep
don't know.
everybody together.
We don't know what's happened to Glane yet.
No, Glaine's probably dead, as far as I know.
I didn't plan on getting into this fight. I had bad luck. I just wanted to get in and get some information and then leave.
You know what? I think that's a perfect thing for your character.
That was
I
my
didn't
plan.
want to be
I
a
wasn't-
hero. What is happening?
I didn't want to be a hero.
Can I guide my character's movement right now
Oh yeah.
in the Fallout? All
Yeah,
right, so
sure.
I got
Describe.
I got to the glade where we got in that fight with that other guy
Mm-hmm.
to kind of ride it out to escape the guys that were chasing me, and now I see that, she's dead and it's all over. And so I get my way through the hole in the wall. I make my way back to the caravan. I get in the back of it, and I pull out a poorly drawn picture of my cat,
Oh my
and I
God.
look at it as I just fall asleep.
How heroic.
Thinking
Very
about how
heroic.
I almost failed him by going down in the fight.
It could have gone the other way. So easily.
I would like to roll to take a nap.
So,
Bards specialize in crowd control, so I was positioned to make sure that we didn't sacrifice the civilians.
naturally, yeah.
So is the sun coming up now on a new day in Woodbreak?
Many new days in Woodbreak. The following few days are spent with the community of Woodbreak as things return to normalcy. You are heralded as heroes, mostly Torgan, though he has his hesitance to heroism has sort of led him to share the spotlight away from himself as much as possible with Glane and Serene. But you spend time with them. You
I loot the office.
You dine with them, and sort of become friends among them.
I take it we're given medical attention while we're here, right?
I would like to heal, please.
Yes. So, let's see here. So, Jordan, when you spend time in a community seeking assistance, roll heart. And if you share a bond, add +1. Now, here's something. We have an opportunity here to forge a bond with the community of Woodbreak, which basically grants you a sort of bonus for moves made here in the community, but also represents that you have earned their trust and friendship, and they treat you as one of their own. So I think we might want to. It might be a move to forge a bond with Woodbreak, which is a heart move. So probably Turtle.
Oh boy.
Just to see how does the community of Woodbreak actually take these new heroes. Let's get a 3.
3.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's a kinda.
so they ask something more of you before they're ready to forge a bond. So you could perform that task and mark a bond, which would require a new Iron Vow, a new quest that you would be getting from the community of Woodbreak.
I mean, we're gonna need a next.
I was gonna say we
Yeah,
don't know where to go.
Let's put a pin in that, and let's say that they will be asking something of you, and you agree to it. But the important thing here is that you have forged a bond with the community of Woodbreak. Another merchant caravan. Perfect. They are going to ask something of you, but now we will attempt. I kind of did it in that order to get you a little bit of an extra bonus on Sojourn. When you spend time in a community seeking assistance, roll heart. If you share a bond, add +1. So Turtle, now make a roll with a +4. This is where you will be receiving care and healing from the community during this time. There it is. On a strong hit, you and your allies may each choose 2 from the categories below. So let's see here. Oh, and there's a little bit more to this. So a lot of recovery. Okay, so choose 2 from within the categories below. Oh boy, this is going to be pretty intense. So probably recover. And
yes, I need to recover.
Yeah.
I am very sad and injured.
That makes sense. Let's see. On a hit, you and your allies may each focus on one of your chosen recover actions and roll heart. Each of you, if you share a bond, add +1. On a strong hit, take +2 more for that action. On a weak hit, take +1 more. On a miss, it goes badly. You lose all the benefits from that action. Okay. So here's what you guys can get out of this. Clear a condition doesn't apply. I guess you could take mend to some degree, and recover. You know what? I think we're just going to call it. You spend enough time here, healing and being cared for by the people, that we're just going to go ahead and max out the tracks. For health, at least. And we'll apply, since Serene was already at full health, we're going to apply the +1 bonus on the Iron Vow when that comes up, I think. I think that's going to be our plan. So, yeah. Now here's the big thing. The whole reason that this little quest got going is it complete? No, fulfill. Fulfill your vow. You got a weak hit of escorting the caravan. Excuse me. So now you guys have fulfilled that quest. You have escorted the caravan safely to Woodbreak at long last. And as a result, because that was a dangerous quest, a dangerous vow, you each receive 2 experience points. Congratulations. Woo. So, we'll save whatever the new quest is, what the new Iron Vow that you'll be swearing is. But we know that Woodbreak still needs something from you. Although you have proven yourself to be great heroes and they are indebted to you, there is more they need. But here's the important thing: the advance move. When you focus on your skills, receive training, find inspiration, etc., you can spend 2 experience points to upgrade an asset. So those assets you possess, each of those has 3 bonuses, and you'll notice that only one of them is bubbled in. You can now unlock one of those bubbles that are blank. So each of you have 6 to choose from, or you can just bank your current earnings. So I'm going to throw those in the Discord for you guys. So you can feel free to look over those assets. As an example, let's look at Turtle's Slayer asset here. as an example, Turtle has the Slayer asset. So already, when you gather information by tracking a beast or horror, he gets a +1 and +1 momentum on a hit. So that one he already gets because it's filled in. You have 2 other items that you could have as part of your Slayer asset. You can now pick one of those to unlock. So just to add a little bit more ability to your character. So you'll be thinking about that for next time. I think that's what we'll do next time around. Is we're going to have a new quest from the people of Woodbreak. That you have forged a bond with them, but as such they ask a little bit of you in return. But you have healed up. You've had a long time here, perhaps weeks, to tend to your injuries, to fully recover, and to meet with some of the people, and hopefully to gain some new information about your background vows, learning the answers to questions that you have. So
somebody knows something in this town.
Yes, and I think we'll be able to get to that now that peace has been returned. You'll be able to find Leela's friend Sabine. Serene may have more questions about the elves, and perhaps Glaine may learn something of his missing cat.
Oh, please.
That he is now miles and miles away from wherever wherever the cat was abducted.
But he was carried by a bird. It could be
by
anywhere.
a bird. It could be anywhere.
Birds. It's always birds.
Sure, upgrade. Good choice. Oh, and the bubbles don't have to be filled in order, by the way. So if you want to upgrade one of your assets, you don't have to take bubble number 2. You can take bubble number 3 instead. That's it. That is this episode of Ironsworn. So, GameCube, Turtle, Day. Thank you for joining tonight. It was a very party split episode. Hopefully, we'll keep everyone together.
I was thinking I'd get to have a chance to do a little bit more project management and
I did not
deal
want
with the fact that there were guards and civilians clashing and stuff going on the walls.
Right.
I did not want this.
Paid for this in some way.
Yeah, Turtle did not want any part of the adventure.
I did not.
Although you did go sneak into a taken city. So
I was trying to be sneaky like a snail.
No!
What? That's what you get.
That is what you get, apparently.
I was being sneaky like a snail, and I at least got in for a little while. Until I tried to take too much off the table.
I was just trying to look around. That's all I was doing.
That's all.
I do feel good about that if I'd gone up to that free door, it wasn't going to open for me anyway.
I mean, it was locked, so...
Yeah. So I would have ended up going around the building anyway.
Probably.
I mean, presumably you could have picked the lock. You're a rogue.
Also, you could have stayed and shared some information with me.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah. Filling in the team was always helpful. All right. Well, hopefully next time will be a little bit smoother, and maybe the teamwork will form a little bit more next time.
Lessons learned.
Lessons learned. Goodbye, chat, and have a good night.